and welcome back to Violin Teacher YouTube channel. Today I want to teach you a song called English Dance, and it's written by J.C. Bach. Now this piece is in the key of D, and it's really good for someone who's been playing maybe about 6 months. So kind of a beginner, but it has some challenges in it. And the challenges are grace notes and the use of the fourth finger and playing, kind of grabbing the fourth finger from the open hand. So if you could start by, we'll do a D major scale here in a minute, but we're going to start with just this exercise. This is a great kind of target practice for your fourth finger. In fact, we could alter that to be check your open A, check the open A, just to make sure. You can do that on all your strings except E. Of course, if you do E, you won't have an open string to check it. But especially do it on the D. Open hand, fourth finger, open hand, fourth finger. Alright, so do that till that's easy and you're playing the 4 in tune. And then quickly shift to the third finger. And the 4-3 is on a slur. Now if you want, by the way, if you want this music, you'll have to email me to get a copy of it. And I'll probably have to do it in picture. It's probably going to be in picture form. It's not notated out. But this is from a book that my student brought to a lesson, and it's full of lots of great music for this level of playing. Okay, so I did another song from this book called Beautiful Dreamer. I'll link to that right up here. And this song is about the same level as Beautiful Dreamer. But this is written by Bach. So of course Max has his head right on my music stand, or camera stand, and I moved it out of his zone so he would have plenty of room to lean against my piano. But anyway, we'll see if he does some camera angle work today. Let's do our D scale. So D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So, starting on the D, 1, 2, 3, C sharp. Now let's play the notes on E that we would have. E, F sharp, G, low 2, 3, 4, whole step. Then 4 and reverse. Now third finger on A, C sharp, all the way down to open D. So make sure in your D scale that you also play all the notes that you're going to use on the E string. That will include a low 2 on E. Right. So the piece beginning with open A, up bow, and there's going to be kind of like a minuet feel to it. The marking for the style marking is allegretto, which means not, a little fast, not too fast, but we're going to take it slow. And it's in 4/4 time, so we really can't call it a minuet, but it sure feels like one. Okay, and another good challenge for this piece is what I call the articulation. That's what I want you to learn from this. Articulation is where the editor, not the composer necessarily, but the editor goes back and writes in the bowings. He puts dots over the notes to indicate staccato. He writes in slurs. So he's trying to help you interpret the music and play it as accurately fitting for the time that in which it was written. Okay, so in this case, the A doesn't have a articulation marking, but the D, the third finger on A, has a dot over it, so it's a staccato note. So what do we have to do for staccato notes? We have to stop the bow. We have to stop before the note and after it. So we'll stop on this note, and we'll stop on this one. Try to use lots of bow. Upper half to the middle. Don't play like... Use lots of bow. Fast bow speed. And that will get you a good Baroque style of staccato that you need for a piece like this. What's coming next is a roll down in the fingerings. So we've got... We walk down. Leave that 3 and play 4-3. Now the 3 and we'll walk down every finger. 3, 2, 1, A. So that may be a challenge for some of us too. Walking down with the slurred notes. So it's 4 eighth notes on that bowing. Then we're going to do this again, what we just played, but it's backwards. So the 3 is up, and then we go slur 2 notes, 4, 3, then 4 notes on the slur walking down. Alright, now we're going to walk up. Each of these quarter notes is dotted on top, so they're staccato. Stop each bow, but use a nice, crisp, fast bow speed. 3, E, 1, 2, 3. The 3 is a half note with a dash over it, so it's 1, 2, stop. Then there's a rest. So that's the first phrase. Let's see if we can play the whole first phrase. It is marked forte. Great. Now in the second play of this phrase, we start just like we played, but we're going to have a different ending, and that's very common in music. So let us play the beginning. Now we walk up from the D2. 2, 3, 4, open. 1, 2, 3. That is a dotted half note. Now we have a repeat, so let's play the entire phrase now. Ready? Go. Great. Now the last note was a down bow, and it used all of our bow. And the next section begins down bow. There's a down bow marking. So we're going to have to lift the bow. Right, these are eighth notes. Alright, so it goes A, 1, 2, 1. Then A, 1, 2, 1, A. A, 1, 2, 1, A, 1. Oh, I added the 2. Okay. A, 1, 2, 1, A, 1, 2. Let's see if we can do that. Great. So we're adding one note each time. A, 1, 2, 1, A, 1, 2. 3, E, 1. So we're going to walk up. Can you do it? A, 1, 2, 1, A, 1, 2, walk up. Then we've got these glorious half notes. Half note 2, 1, 4, 3. Let's hold fingers down where we can. 2, 1, hold it down. 4, 3. Good. 2, 1, 4, 3. Let's try those again. When you play that 1, hold it down so you get a really solid 4. Half note. Hold it. Good. Now you have 1 and 3 on the string. Walk down. Play 3, 2, 1. All right, so that's the middle section, and then you know what we do? We play the first phrase again, and it's actually the same that we played on the second play of that phrase. Then we've got to pick up again and repeat this section. A1, 2, 1, A1, 2, walk it up, half notes, hold the 1 for the 4, then walk back down on the quarter notes. Walk down, phrase 1. Isn't that really great? So we have 2 sections so far, and we have 2 more. And this is sort of like Gothic Gavotte a little bit, sort of like that piece at the end of Suzuki Volume 1, in that it has 4 sections, and they're all different, and they all repeat. So it makes it a long piece, doesn't it? I correct myself in saying that they all repeat because the second one in the Gothic Gavotte does not repeat itself. But it does have a da capo, which means once we get all the way through this, we're going to go back to the beginning again. So this piece is great for learning the map of the piece as well. You'll see if you have the music in front of you that there's a key change now. And now we are in the key of G, and we don't have a C sharp anymore, so you'll have to watch for that. This section gets a little bit more notey too. There's more this is where that grace note comes in with the 4-3. So we have a pickup D, and then the 4-3 grab. And that's all on one string. 4-3, 2, C, it's an F sharp. That's the only sharp in the key of G. We should at this point probably play a G scale, but I'll let you do that on your own. So here's the unit, 4-3, 2, 3, 4, 3, all in one bow. Let's do that a couple times. Your bow really has to travel slowly. And it is in a piano setting, so that's good. But even if we had to play it a little louder, it would be tricky. Then we have 3-1 as a pickup. We do it again. At that point, when you play the 3-1, let go and grab the 4 again. That's why I like this piece, because most of the time I'm saying leave 1 down on A when you're grabbing 4, but not in this case, right? We're going to play the open D and grab the 4-3. Just play that unit. Save your bow on the down. I can save my bow. You can think of that while you're playing it. Then 3-1. Now we have a different unit. Starts on 1, goes 1A, sort of a grace note. So it's a quick 1. You hear it. As soon as you hear it, you pick it up. 3. You just grab a 3 on D and then you come back to the A. 3A, 1A. Let's look at those notes. 1A, 3 on D, A1 again, A. Now that's a tricky spot. Let's see what the bow does without the fingers. So, just the down bow for a minute. A. Do it backwards. Just let your hand gently go to the D. Not your whole arm, just your hand. Maybe even just your fingers. If you think about that D, it's really close to A. You want to play on the A side of the D string. Really think about it as being close to the A and just use your fingers to get it. Alright, so the fingers are A, 1A, 3A, 1A. And I'll say this, if you can play it, the faster you play it, the better, the easier it'll be, because it's all on one bow. Next one, C natural is the pickup, and then 1A, 1, 2, 3. 1A, 1, 2, 3, all in one bow. Then we do the D part again. D, grab the 4, pick up 3, 1, 4th again. Now we have a different ending. 1A, A, triplet, so 1 on the A, 1A3, triplet is slurred together, and it's on an up bow too, isn't it? Then you shift to cross over to the D with that 3rd finger, 2, 1, D. Let's try it from the A1. Alright, now we're going to put this whole section together. This will be the repeat. Here we go. Good challenges in there for a beginner. Okay, good. Now the last section is quite similar to that. We have the 4-note slurs with a grace note, which means 5-note slurs, right? And then actually they slur onto the quarter note that follows them, so there's 6 notes in a bowing. So you really have to practice moving that bow slowly but still getting a good sound. And one of the little tricks to doing that is retrieving that bow on the up bow. So you don't want that note to stick out too much in volume. So you don't want to play softly playing loud like that. So watch for that kind of bowing action. You don't want that. You want it to fit dynamically. So it would be good for you to record it while you're, record yourself playing it and see if you're doing that. All right, so the second part begins with an up bow pickup A. Then we're going to do that 4-3 grab on the A string. So it's a little easier. 1-3. Then we do a little different pattern. It's 2-3-4, 2-3-4, 3-2. 2-3-4, 2-3-4. Then back it up, 3-2. All right, let's try that. A, pick up, all in one bow. 2 more times. All right, so just do that over and over until you get kind of get used to playing with a really slow bow and getting a good tone. And the pickup to the next one is 1-3, 2-3-4-2, 2-3-4, 3-2. All on one bow in the down bow. All right, next one, A1 is the pickup. Now here's the sequence. 3 low 2, so it's got a C sharp in there. Grace note 3 to a low 2, and then we're going to all in one bow. 3 2 1 2 3 2. I'm doing these as units of practice, which you can do. Notice I lift after each one. Lift. Alright, so after you do that one, hold the 2, because you're going to play it again in a minute. And then the next pickup is a 3 and then a 2. 3 on E, whole step away. And then that 2 that you just held on to. Good, so let's put that together. It's a good practice too, good technique. Right, next little unit is 1 2 3 2 1. So it's good that these sequences are stepwise. In other words, they move one step at a time up, then down again, all in one bow. Alright, now we're going to do a repeated motif that we did before. Pick up D, grab the 4 3 on D. 3 1. Now we've got this 3 on the D sitting where we just played. Place the 4 on the E, on the A. 4 3 triplet 4 3 2, and remember that's a low 2. 1 A 3. So let's start from this 3. Play 4 3 on A, and the 3 holding on D helps find the 4 on the A. Then 3 has to hop over. So after you've placed the 4, let the 3 release and come back to the A string. So you play the 3, 4 3, pick it up, set it on A. Now hold that 3 while we play the triplet, 4 3 2. Make sure you get a low 2 there. 1 A 3. And that last note is a half note, and it has a dash on it, which means a little bit of a longer note. So let's play this last section now. This will be the repeat. Pick up A. Really hard to save the bow on that. Really, a lot of notes on the down bow. And you know, if I was going to perform this, I would probably change that bowing so that the last quarter note was a separate bow. But we'll do as asked because that's the way it appears in the music. Okay, so at this point in the music, you have D dot C dot, which means da capo, the top, back to the top. So we would go back to the beginning, which we will do now, and we will not do repeats, and that's the general rule. When you do the da capo, you go back to the top, you play through it to the fine, which looks like the word fine, but it is Italian, meaning fine, meaning done, the end. You probably knew that. Okay, so here we go with the beginning. Alright, English Dance by J.C. Bach. If you want the music, email me. Your email address will not be saved, stored, shared, or sold. And I will be happy to share this music with you. And some of the things that this piece of music offers is getting lots of notes on a bow, grabbing the fourth finger out of midair on the D string, playing staccato as a beginner, change of the key from D major to G major, so practice up both of those scales, and a little bit of bow planning. Plus there are some dynamics in there that we didn't address, but if you get the music you'll see them. And also the last thing is mapping out the piece and when to repeat and when to go back to the top and what those symbols mean. So there's a lot of great stuff. I hope you enjoy learning English dance with me, and if you did, please like the video, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.